Yo.
What is up, YouTube? Look at what we're doing today.
Yo, I see a whole lot of garbage.
Wasting time today, fellas.
And ladies. There might be some ladies out there.
It's true. Well, to give you guys a quick backstory, usually we like to stock up on Christmas ornaments, random Christmas things, even like toys, collectibles. We like to stock up on all this stuff right after Christmas. Usually get it on sale, hopefully an extra sale on top of it. And this is from last year, from January? So
yeah,
early this year in January, February, we end up usually just stocking these up, finding ones that we think that are going to do good during this season now, this holiday season. And I'm going through it, so we figured we might as well make a video on it to see what was a good hold, what was a good a bad buy.
There's some bad ones.
Because it wasn't only specifically this. We've also bought Legos, we bought other things to see how they would do during this Christmas time. And I would say, well, you can tell them as well about the Legos.
We're like 60-40. 60 good, 40 bad.
Yeah. And it's okay, though, because if we hold it again for another year, I think we'll still be fine.
I'm cool with the Legos. This stuff I don't want to hold.
We have a great example, too, on something that we ended up holding for a year. We sold it. We found another batch of it, and it's almost double the price of what we sold it at. So that was a movie. But to kind of stick to one thing, we can show off the Christmas ornaments. Going through these, the profit margins sound amazing, but the dollar amount that you're actually making usually isn't the greatest on stuff like this. But if you buy in quantity, it's always all good. Let's start with this one because we had 35 of these. These came out to $4 each, and we're going to sell them for $15. Not the worst, not the best, but after we clear shipping and fees, this is going to go on Walmart. We might make like $4 on this. So
it is double up.
Making $4 on a $5 product is cool, and 4 times 35 is awesome too. But again, we got to pack them.
Was it worth holding for a year?
Would you guys hold this for a full year to make $4?
Probably not.
Nah, but like I said, 4 times 35, making a quick $140. And I have no doubt in my mind that something like this one, especially being National Lampoon, that it's going to sell within the next 2 weeks. So easy sales. This one, I would say, is kind of like most likely 50-50. Just a Spider-Man Christmas light.
These went hard on too.
These we went hard on because we got it on not one clearance, but the second time that they priced it down. And the second time they priced it down, we got them at $5. The retail was $35. These go for around $18 to $20. It's a little heavy though. The boxes are gonna have to go in an 8x8x4, so we don't have a set box for this. We're gonna have to use our hat box. I think it's gonna cost like $6 to ship this.
Maybe, yeah.
Give or take. We might end up only making $5 on it. I would say at worst $4.
It's a double up.
But we have again, it was about quantity with this bin, and we got 20 of them. So if we're gonna make at least like $5 on it, it wasn't the worst. Again, these aren't things that are going to make you a living. You're not going to make a lot of money on shit like this, but it's just adding on to what you already do. Whether it's clothing, sneakers, games, might as well add something like this if you can find it cheap enough, right?
I think the biggest thing was that so low in cost to sit on. It didn't really affect the business.
It's not a bad gamble because there are some in here that when we bought them, we were like, let's not buy so many. And now it's like, damn, we probably should have just bought them all.
You keep learning, and eventually we'll get pretty good at this.
I'll show the one that...
oh, my God, yo.
This one?
No. Mm-hmm. This one, I wanted to buy up. Because I know people love dachshunds. My family had one. I know how they are. They're like literally $1 something.
$1.75.
I bought what? How many did I get? Like maybe a dozen?
Maybe. And
we left at least like 50 of these at stores.
But real quick, before I tell them what they go for, the reason why I didn't really want to go too crazy on it is because the retail is still $10. So most of these places like the Marshalls, the Kohl's, whatever they have from last Christmas, they usually get a whole new batch of the same shit. So I'm like, if this restocks for them, what are we gonna make, $10 on it? Still not the worst, but they go almost all day on eBay for 15 shipped.
Dachshunds, bro. People love them dachshunds.
Which is pretty good because it's only going to cost around like $4 to ship, and we're going to end up making around like, I don't know, $8 on each one.
We sell bundles of 2.
Exactly.
We could do 30 for 2 or 25 for 2 ship. That's going to be $6 to ship too.
Because it is only 8 lights. So A lot of people
We might do a
want
2-pack.
extra.
It's probably more beneficial for us anyway.
Exactly. And there was a couple one-offs that when we ended up buying them in February and March from Marshall, ended up turning out pretty good as well. Kind of like these. This Grinch one we're going to end up selling for 18 shipped. It was $4. That one wasn't bad. A couple that we ended up buying from Kohl's as well, like this Lionel train. And it's kind of like this Lionel train. This hefty boy. But this Lionel
that's another movie.
This Lionel train right here was under $7. For some reason, I don't think it was that price though, because I have marked down that they were $5. So there might have been an extra one on top of this one. But we paid on average $5 for these, and they go for 15 shipped on eBay. That one was good. And there's a couple that we didn't do so well on that is usually okay when we don't do too well on them, because there's a good chance that we're just going to take them. Kind of like this. This Dreamcast we ended up paying around like $6 for. And it goes for around 10 shipped on eBay. But Jared's going to take it, so who cares, right? I didn't even look up this Dobby because I knew he was going to take it as well.
That's the best Harry Potter character. I don't care what anyone says.
And that's the best part when you hold shit like this. You get it at its lowest cost pretty much, to the point where this is my batch right here of shit.
Greedy motherfucker right here.
That I get to take now. Some pretty cool stuff though. Take a look at this too. I think this was so stupid when we bought it. I'm pretty sure we bought it from Marshall's for $5.
I bought it.
For some reason, we didn't write it down, and we're gonna sell this for around 25 shipped. Like I said, sometimes it does work out, sometimes it doesn't.
Gotta know your pop culture, guys.
The worst one out of this whole thing though were these right here.
Oh, and that movie did very well.
We paid.
I know Disney's been up and down with their movies, but
We paid $7 for them. What do you think it goes for online?
8.
Yeah. Good guess, buddy. Good guess.
And that's a heavy one too,
Yeah.
so we're definitely...
Yeah. That one sucks. This one, same thing. This one we bought for $6.25. 10 shipped. No reason to sell that. This one right here goes for $11. Paid $5. No reason to sell that. So then I was organizing what we're probably going to either take to the flea market or save for next year again, because it doesn't really take up too much space if we just leave it in this bin. Doesn't bother me at all. And we have a couple things here for Walmart as well, because like I always say, don't stick to one platform. Try to look at other things that you can sell shit on. Kind of like this one. This leg lamp goes for $17 on eBay, but goes for $25 on Walmart. And we paid, for some reason, $3.50 for these.
Is that from Marshall?
Kohl's.
I don't know. Look at the retail.
But we paid $3.50 on them. I don't remember paying that little on these, because this was cheaper than buying some of these ornaments.
And the story behind that too is we got the ornament version of them, like the Hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
And
That was the first one.
Chris never heard of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we only copped a couple, even though I said, it's a popular Christmas movie. And they flew. They were the first ones to sell out.
Yeah.
So this year, as soon as he saw the leg lamps, I think he grabbed all of them.
And at $3.50 though, like
That worked out, yeah.
that just seemed way too
That's
cheap
too
anyway to
cheap.
grab it. And that's the reason why I grabbed those too, actually, and we started stocking up because of that movie.
Oh, the moose. I don't
Yeah.
know what part of the movie this is from, though.
And I don't know if I said those were going to eBay, but those are all going to Walmart. So I was wrong if I said that. Those are all going to be on the shelf over here, and I think they're going to be all gone within 2 weeks. All this random crap too.
Oh.
I was always hesitant on grabbing shit like this
We
because,
sold these in like other brands.
and that's what I was gonna say. I'm always hesitant to grab stuff like this because most of the time there's no reviews on shit like this on Walmart, but they sell. It's kind of like this one. We had these in a box. We had 2 of these. We had this in this tote in my attic, and we didn't even realize that it was still listed, and it sold like 2 months ago for $15. And if you guys can see, it's $6. We probably paid $1 for that.
I think it was $1.50.
Yeah.
I was buying these up, and then someone was complaining, so I stopped.
Yeah.
But they do. It's stupid, but they do sell.
But again, it's those type of iconic movies.
It's a
right?
stocking stuffer, bro.
Yeah, but it's also an iconic movie like Elf. Like, look at this one too.
Oh,
This one doesn't go for much on eBay,
that was funny.
but on Walmart, $15, and we paid $5. And like I said, most of these are going to be like $5 to ship, usually around like $2 in fees. So you're still making a decent amount on crap like that. These, I don't know the way that they're going to pan out because we're going to bring them either to the flea market, Facebook Marketplace. They're kind of heavy, so they cost a decent amount to ship. I would say this is around like 3-4 pounds
We were hopeful on these because
on how cheap
that
they were.
MSRP is crazy.
Yeah, but that's the Kohl's gimmick right there.
Show them the other one.
They show the MSRP so high. Oh yeah, this
Like
one, the
these-
MSRP, $80,
We
3.5
paid what?
foot.
20 or 15 15.
15 to 17 for most.
Dude, they go for 20 shipped on eBay. Well, a bunch of people had them up for 20 shipped.
20 shipped, but it's another thing, like I said, that we sell through Marketplace, Craigslist. We're going to bring them to the flea market, see if we can make a couple bucks on them.
But we assumed, we'd get 40, 45 shipped. It's around half a retail, but, it doesn't pan out that way.
I mean, you guys tell us, how much would you actually pay for like an inflatable that's not like a licensed, kind of like the Grinch, Elf, like all that stuff? How much would you pay for just like a generic inflatable? I feel like if I was to buy one, it would be in that $25, $30 range, because some of those cost around like 40, 50 bucks when they're like the licensed inflatables. Again, we were just trying shit. That's why it's like a little of everything. Night lights, ornaments, cups, mugs, random shit that we end up grabbing. But
this is only the second year we've done this. So.
Exactly. But there was one from the first year that was a complete movie for us. And it was this right here, which is the Lionel train set. It wasn't this one specifically. It was like a Christmas one, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It was like a square box that like special releases. But they're like a more expensive. It's like a $400 retail. I think this one's only like $100 retail.
But that first one we bought, wasn't it for that one movie? The one with the train?
Oh, the Polar Express.
Oh, yeah, the one with the train. Yeah. So it was
the one with the train. It's funny.
So it was that one that we ended up selling. We sold it, I forgot for how much. We definitely doubled up. And
we paid like $100 something. We sold it for $4.
Exactly. But that was the second time we found it, though. We sold 2 of them.
Yeah,
the first time we doubled up. The second time we sold it for $4.
And then last year, around January, February, we found like 3 more. Not Polar Express, but the same like little like a more expensive version of this. Mm-hmm. And all of those sold for in the 3s.
But we ended up finding these around that time when we were scoping shit out. We found it at Kohl's.
Yeah, price.
What is that, $34.50?
Dude, we paid $34 for this.
$35, 36 with tax. And this goes for, I think Jared said, around $150 on Walmart. And it's pretty much similar. One sold on eBay for around $130, including the shipping. Lowest is around $200. We can sell it for around $150. This is probably going to cost around like $40 to ship?
No, it's kind of light. So I'd say like $25.
The dimension sucks on it. That's why.
Yeah.
The dimension is still like a 30 by 15.
Once you get past the 20-inch box in either direction, the price always like almost doubles.
Exactly.
So I think it's going to be $25 to ship.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
That was a good hold.
As you can see, we have 2 of those. And those are going to be listed up immediately.
We got one more win, but also one more big loss. So.
But what do you think overall? Would you do this again?
Yeah.
Would you hoard ornaments, lights, like all this crap? Would you still hoard it again for next year?
I think I'd go harder, honestly, because like I'm thinking like we're only gonna make $5 on these, and we're paying $5 instead of 30, making I don't know what $150. You might as well get 60, 70 and make a couple $100.
I know Jared was talking shit that we could have got another 50 of these, but I know even for the night lights we could have gotten another 50. The moose mugs at one point we were like, fuck, let's stop grabbing them. The one thing I do agree, I would keep doing that, and I'd stay away from these little SKUs. Like, I don't know why we only bought one of these.
I think we only found one of those.
One of these.
You missed that one? I don't think we showed it. Yeah, those are one-offs. We can find multiple.
Like, the one-offs sucks because they literally, you shouldn't waste time on shit like this.
Definitely going to stay away from vehicles. I thought Barbie would be better, but it's okay.
This Barbie was decent. This Barbie was going to go for around 15, but it's cool. Even this one right here.
It's definitely Lionel cartoons in terms of like it's like a SpongeBob over there.
But even this one that's not like a cartoon license goes for around 18 to $20.
That's Christmas religiously.
But this one was cool, and the best one out of all the ornaments though, like small ornaments, not including shit like this, was this one right here. I was actually going to keep one for my family because I thought it was nice. But once I saw it was $25, we're going to sell this shit.
I make that, bro.
25 shipped on eBay, and we paid $5 for it. So like I said, sometimes you take a gamble, you find the ones that you actually might make a decent margin on, more than the $4 or $5 range, and it pans out. You gotta take a risk, right? You gotta take a risk on most of this shit that you end up buying. So if you're gonna buy it, buy a shitload of them.
Now for the biggest movie.
Or the smallest movie, which we call this a short film on this side. Let's do this first. Because these are funny.
We're going to do the W first.
Nah, the L first. Because once you got the 2 L's and put them together, it's a W.
Alright, fine. These.
We got 2 L's right here.
I think I checked our sheet. We have 45 of these. I know this movie didn't do that great. But it's like a what, $20 set, $15 set. I think we paid $7 or $8 for them. We bought them twice, so average out to about $7. These go on eBay all day for $12.
Yeah, that sucks.
That is an L.
That sucks, and I think you should take into consideration the movie that it is, whether or not it's cheap or not.
It's the IP.
Exactly. Do people care about it? I guess not.
No, definitely not.
But I know we can definitely make a separate video on it because we have a couple thousand in Legos that we're just hoarding right now. That if you guys want to see it, let us know. Of our W's and L's that we have in other shit. We just kind of wanted to show you guys a sneak preview on certain things that we hold for Christmas. And this was one that's going to be held for another probably 4 or 5 Christmases. So
yeah, most likely.
Don't buy that. But
these were the first Legos we ever bought.
Speaking about good IPs, good brands, good names, Mario right there.
I think if I'm not mistaken, we got these for $12. They're like a
You're not mistaken.
$25 set.
$12.
Oh, my memory serves me right. But we got these for $12. When we first bought them, these are the only ones we found the first time we went to Kohl's on sale.
That we could make a couple bucks on at first too if we
not
sold
even
it.
Because by the time we got back to the office, I remember you looked it up and they were like 15 shipped. And you're like, why would we buy these?
No, they were like 25, 30.
Oh, because by Christmas we wound up getting like what, 40, 45 shipped.
45. Sometimes for some of them we were getting 60. Which makes no sense because if this retails at $30, it's like, oh shit. But like you said at the time, this was retired, right? So
yeah, they got retired last Christmas. So this year I was digging through some stuff and I found 2 more boxes of these. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 12.
Yeah,
I looked them up again. I'll throw some comps on the screen, but they go for around $80 to $90 shipped now.
I would have never guessed that.
And I don't remember why we even held 12. I didn't know we had these.
They were in a corner of our office, and our office is fucking crazy. If you guys want to see a tour one day, let us know. We'll show you every crevice of this office because every corner, every little area of this office just has random shit in it.
It'd be a 2-hour video.
And to be honest with you, it would probably help us out more too because then we can find shit like this. Like we just pulled out a bunch of fucking expensive jackets, but that'll be for another day. But to me, this was fucking crazy that we ended up finding these and at the price that it's at for $80, $90. Last time when we listed these shits up, they flew within what, a week?
Yeah,
literally a week.
I think I was packing like 2 a day.
Because we were making custom boxes for these, so.
But I did check some of the other Mario sets we bought at the beginning of the year, and they didn't go up anywhere near like double. Like it wasn't worth selling at this point.
But it also could be because they're not retired yet, right? Like
no, they probably aren't.
I guess they're
or just retired, maybe.
A couple factors in it that
it depends how many they made, obviously. But these were everywhere. Like we must have had 50 of these.
Yeah,
but you can't sit on everything. I'm just glad we sat on some of them.
Well, these are the couple things that we usually hold during this time. Let us know what you guys hold during this time. Do you guys hold any specific clothing, any specific shoes? We used to hold Air Forces, AAA Air Forces for this time because we knew that once they sell out on Nike, Foot Locker, all those, top selling websites, that once they go into the third parties and you can't get them over there, you usually get around 120 to 150, which is what we used to do, but now they're too oversaturated. You can still get them for retail. Some of them you can get them to retail. But let us know what you guys actually hold, whatever it is. I'd like to know because I don't know what else to hold from here, right? Well, we appreciate you guys always tuning in. Drop some comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, dislike, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Throw the thumbs down.